We're here at the second annual Bay Area Runners Club Fitness Expo, and I tell you, there are a lot of people here. And in the Bay Area Runners Club booth, we have several of the officers and mainstays of the club. Over here on my left, we have John Matavier.
Good morning.
On my right, Linda Flews.
Hello. And
on my far right, Mitch Miller.
Hi, how you doing?
And one of the things we're going to talk about is how this race got started. The Al Kaner St. Patrick's Day races are really one of the oldest events in Michigan. It started in 1974. And John, you know a little bit about the beginning of the race. Can you tell us Al's role and how it got started?
Al was essentially the reason for this race taking place. He started it from the beginning. He founded the Bay Area Runners Club. Actually, I think the race started before the club back in 74, and he was the president of the club and the race director for probably the first 15 to 20 years the race took place.
And Linda, you've been involved with the race doing all kinds of things at different times. What are some of the things that make this race special? The fact that it's St. Patrick's Day is certainly one.
The Leprechaun Run is one of the highlights of the race. Every year we've had a Leprechaun Run. It has eighth mile, half mile, quarter mile, and we get a couple hundred kids that come run, and they're the future of our running, so it's always a really fun time. As far as the other distances, we have a 5K walk, so all the walkers can become involved, and a 5K run and an 8K run. It started out with only the 5-mile run, but then everybody isn't able to do 5 miles, so we threw in the other races to get the whole community involved.
Well, you have quite a few fast runners around the area, and I think it might have something to do with the fact that the Bay Area Runners Club puts on quite a few races. Can you talk about that a little bit, Mitch?
Sure. The Bay Area Runners Club doesn't actually sponsor all of them, but we have over 30 races on our schedule every year. And plus we help out with a lot of other events, that different festivals and sort that they put on.
So you have quite a few people showing up on the St. Patrick's Day races in green and costumes, do you not? I think I've seen some in some of the pictures.
Oh yeah, a lot of the participants really get involved with dressing up, and of course everybody wears green on St. Patrick's Day.
Well, green is just such a great color. You can wear 18 different shades of green and they all match. And your shirts are great this year. Are they almost always green?
No, they're not, but they usually have some kind of green in them. So this year we decided we're going to go with the big green again. But a lot of times they're white with green on them. And we've had sweatshirts, we have long sleeve t-shirts. We kind of try and do something different every year.
Something different every year so people can come register for a race and collect all of them. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. Speaking of that, Linda has a collection, I believe, of every shirt from every race we've done at St. Pat's. So all 34 of them or whatever it is.
All 34? No kidding. Have you run all of those?
No, I have a shirt from every one since 1979, which was my first run.
That's quite a collection. Are you going to be running it on Sunday?
Yes, I am.
Are you going to be running, Mitch?
Actually, no, I'm going to be back at the registration at the start of the race this year.
Behind the scenes?
Right, yep.
How about you, John?
I'll be running the race, yes.
Well, congratulations on just a great event for the area and for Bay City and for Michigan in general. This year, it's also the 8K race for the Michigan Runner Race Series, so you should get some fast people from other parts of the state, too, I think. So thanks very much for talking with us. We're here with Tom Kaner, whose brother Al was one of the people who started this race way back in 1974. And Tom, I gather you've been volunteering for this race since about then.
Well, I did, but then we were just in the early races, and then from there on the runner club took over. And but my dad and mom and me and wife and Alan's wife all started helping out the first time. And he just says, "Here, you be there." And he went to the start of the race, and he ran with the race and signed people up right there at the beginning and got to the end and handed out medals and kind of took care of it all. He says, if nobody's here, he says, I'll take care of it. But he says, I'd appreciate the help, so, and that's how we all started. So
he was doing a little bit of everything in that first year.
Absolutely. He done it all, you know.
Do you remember how many people ran that first year?
You know, I'm guessing probably around 100. You know, I can't remember, but it seems to me it was about that size, so.
Are you surprised that the race has grown so much?
Well, not really, because it started growing back in the late 70s pretty big and got even bigger, and then they I've heard that they're up to about 1,200 this year, so, and maybe even more. So that'll be fantastic.
And it looks like some kids from your family ran the race this morning.
Yes, we had 7 of Al's siblings, either nieces and nephews or his 2 granddaughters run it also.
So you're carrying on the tradition. That's great. Tom, thanks for talking with us.
You're more than welcome. Thank you.